in my quest to find projects to do that are not crochet so I do not permanently injure my hands and my wrists, I got a new one for you today. So if you've seen a couple of my earlier videos, you know that due to crocheting a lot, I have put some stress on my wrists and my hands, and I do not want that to become a permanent injury. So I have acquired some different projects that I'm going to try to do so that way I can give myself something different to do other than crocheting. So I've done some sewing, I've done some latch hooking, but I got something new that I'm going to do today. Since I hurt my hands through crocheting too much and putting strain on the muscles and tendons and whatever in my wrists and my hands from constant repetitive motion, I really need to find some other things that I can do occasionally so that way I don't continue to cause harm to my hands and my wrists and make it so I can never crochet again. So I went online to find some different stuff. A couple videos ago I did a latch hook, which was really cool to do, but I've also got some other things I want to try. And one of the things I want to try has to do with making things with plastic canvas sheets. So I kind of noticed these when I was kind of looking on Hirschner's at some of their different project craft type things. And there were a lot of cool designs. And I did get a kit for one, but I'm not going to do that in this video because I wanted to start kind of easy. Quite a few years ago now, my family was given a set of these. I will try and pop up a picture on there because it's not really showing up very well on the camera. But this is meant to be a domino holder. So when you're playing dominoes, you can put the dominoes on here so that way you have like a little tray for them. And I thought that was really cool. But here's the problem. The lady who gave them to us made 5 of them because there were 5 people in my family. But the family has since grown since I got married and might continue to grow as my brothers get married or any of us start having kids or anything like that. So I wanted to try making one of these myself. So I'm basically going to try and copy this pattern. It is not my original pattern, so I'm not going to be showing necessarily step-by-step directions unless I look online, and if I look online and can't really find an actual written pattern, I might give you a few directions, but since this is not my pattern, I don't want to take somebody else's work and claim it as my own. But it's a pretty simple construction. You can see that you make triangles out of 3 pieces of this plastic canvas sheet. So that's what I'm going to try in this week's video. So I picked up some plastic canvas from Walmart to do this project with, and I think I'm going to just use some of the yarn that I had left over from the vest project from I think it's last week's video, maybe it's last week's video, I'm not sure. So I might use some of this just to kind of use it up since I have it close at hand. And I might make 1 or 2, I might just make 1, we'll see. Let's get started. All right, it is like a week later than when the first clips you saw when I was working on this. I ended up being a little under the weather for the past several days. So I'm getting back to this. I've got 3 of these done. I need to do, I think, 2 more. I think so. Hope I'm not missing pieces after being gone, not doing anything for a week. So just to kind of show you progress, a couple of things I discovered just now on the back is that I kind of messed up the order. So everything is supposed to just be going the same way, and I messed up on the back, so it doesn't look quite even. So that's something that when I do another one, I do want to do another one, I want to make sure it doesn't happen, so I have it looks the same on the back, just cause that doesn't have to be. It's not going to affect the use of this at all. It's just, I want to see if I can get it all perfect, the same slant direction on the back, because cool. So let's keep going on this. So what I'm going to do is notice on the top I have red, white, blue. I'm going to go white and then red for the last 2 on the top. So here's hopefully the rest of it. Is done. My red, white, and blue domino rack. So on the back, notice that I kind of did these kind of different ways. Like this one is slanting this way. These ones are slanting this way. So I want to do another one where I try to get these so they're all on the same diagonal. So it looks a little nicer on the back, and also so I don't get these little goofs where I have this little spot here and here where it messes up the nice look on the back. So I have another one of these sheets, canvas sheets. I've got some things already cut out, but I will have to finish cutting the rest out. So let's go ahead and do that. that is the next one. I decided to do this one in black because my personal favorite color is black, so I figured this one could be mine. So I did do better this time on getting all of the yarn to be angling all of the same way. And then I ended up angling it as I worked the stitches around the opposite way on the top. So if I do plan to do more of these, I actually have started another one with some of the scrap pieces from these. It'll be shorter. It's be about 1.5 inches shorter than that, just to try it out, to use up a bunch of the extra pieces so there's less waste. But I definitely, as I'm doing any more of these, I want to try and see if I can get everything so the angle of these stitches is all the same direction all of the way around on the bottom and the top. If I mess up, big deal. It's just kind of a cool experiment to try and figure out how to do these myself, so that way I can make more for our growing family. So I'm gonna try and make up a whole set for our personal household, my husband and I, so that way we have probably 6, 7, 8 of them ourselves, so we have our own kind of set. I'm gonna make a few, or at least gonna plan to make some to add to the ones that my parents have already. Those are the ones that I'm basing these off of. So my plans for the future, I may or may not video this. Maybe I'll just do like a what I've made that I haven't filmed video at some point, because I do have projects that I've made that I have not filmed at all. Oh well. But when I showed my brothers this one, kind of told them what I'd been working on, my older brother asked, can I do a blue and yellow one? Because those are his favorite colors. And my younger brother was like, how about a green and red one? So I just might make up a whole bunch in a ton of different colors with whatever yarn I have. I'm not going to buy any yarn for these. I'm just going to use what I already have. Probably mostly your budget yarns like Red Heart, Caron, because I'm not going to use any of this yarn for this, because this is more expensive yarn. I did get it for free, but I'm not using the really nice yarn like I have on the wall back here, or anything that I spent a lot more money on. But like your Red Heart, Super Saver, whatever scraps I have, maybe I'll make a scrappy one where I just go into my bin where I have like just balls of random yarn and just see how many random things I can make and just see how wild and crazy one of these can get. But I think that'll be it for this particular video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, feel free to hit the like button. If you want to continue to follow my journey through crafting and just doing different stuff, sometimes some random stuff, just seeing what I'm making, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Until next time, God bless.